Hello.
We spoke on some sensitive topics.
Viewer discretion is very much advised. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Hello, everybody. This is Ricardo from the MPD podcast, and this is a continuation from the last podcast because we have received some technical difficulties.
Yeah, don't
we're talking about.
That also explains why we don't have coffee.
Yeah, which is
except for me.
It's literally
It's cold.
it's literally moments after we recorded the fourth.
we
Just
had,
a few
we had
minutes
some
afterwards.
audio difficulties where it didn't record some of the podcast.
Yeah.
And we were talking about conspiracy theories.
No, is it good?
No, the good thing is saved.
It's
but
saved.
we got
an error message
We mentioned things that maybe
made us
how
focus over.
how the government
Yeah.
controls shit and everything,
Yeah.
and we almost lost the audio.
And it's fucking
Almost-
creeping us out right now.
I just want to say
We were recording it. We have footage of us with our phones, so we're gonna put it
Yeah.
in this episode.
Yeah, I need
We're
you
gonna put
guys
it-
to send it
Okay.
to me.
We're
gonna put it in
Save
the-
it, save it.
Alright, put it on my Snapchat
Okay.
story, though.
We're gonna put it in the end of this episode.
Everyone from the last podcast is still here, which
Yes.
is literally everyone in the MPD podcast.
But remember,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
one of us one
All
day
numbers.
If all members die, remember it's
Or
not
one of us
suicide.
goes
It was
down.
the government.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
Enrique
We
is
have no
gonna
reason
drop
to kill
off
ourselves.
Caesar. If something happens to Enrique while dropping off Caesar,
the
My
year.
name is not Enrique. My name is Daniel. Daniel Herrera.
It is currently July 24th, 2019. If anything happens, it's the current day. If anyone finds this and we're dead, just know that.
Just know that.
Yeah.
Alright, so since it's a continuation, Enrique, you haven't finished your story.
Please bury me in YouTube headquarters outside.
They didn't do it
Stop.
with Etika. It's
They
a
didn't?
shame.
No, they didn't do
They
it.
didn't.
They didn't.
that's
Fucking
fine.
bad.
No, he finished his story.
Yeah, he finished
they,
his
they
story.
were gonna get into the alien story. I forgot which one was the one.
me.
I still have my
Okay.
ghost story.
I have
book.
an
What?
Alright.
Wait, what? Your ghost story? No, hold on for
Uh,
ghost stories.
Nah, hold it.
Yeah, I wanted to say mine, but I was like, nah.
I don't know if that shit was
Alright.
my mind or I was tired, but I'll tell you exactly how I remembered it, and it stays in my head. The most biggest impacts in my life. So I was 10 years old, and I did sleep with my parents, you know, in a bed, and my sister,
Same.
you know. So I noticed that my dad had a small bed, but I always slept with my mom and my sister. So I kind of like got up again. I woke up and I wanted to take a piss. So I was gonna get up and just, you know, do my thing.
Mhm.
And then I saw two little like people, like humans, or I don't know
From
what
like
the
The
fuck.
Shining.
Something weird. It was
Yeah.
weird. It was two people. So
Come play with
my
us.
dad was there. He was just sleeping, but I'll describe you how they looked. All right, so skinny, scrawny body, weird popsicle head. You know, like pops, like pops. The window was weird too, because I'll tell you, the window was kind of like going in a weird greenish color, cause my eyes were kind of like, it got bright out of nowhere. I'll tell you when it got bright. So they were just you can tell they were staring at my dad. So I was kind of there, you know, I was trying to scratch my eyes and see if what the fuck what I was looking at was real. So I kind of, one day I'll bring my mom into this, cause she saw it too. So she wasn't like, I thought she was playing stupid with me, and she was like just encouraging it.
Yeah.
But she was kind of, I can tell she had fear in her eyes. But she told me to just close my eyes and just not pay attention to it. But I saw it there. They were getting kind of close to my dad, but they kept their distance because I stood up. So I feel like that was my mistake, maybe standing up, because what if they abducted me? Nah, imagine. My dad could have taken the hit. Nah. But the thing is, they were just like standing there for a bit. They were just, I think, analyzing us or fucking checking us out while we were sleeping or something happened. But once I stood up, I noticed the window. It's like that size too. Basically, it started getting like, getting kind of like brightish, but disoriented. My eyes started getting like disoriented. They started like getting like all scribbly. And I was like, what the fuck, am I going blind right now? Imagine. That shit's fucking dead. So I had goosebumps. My hair started standing up once that happened. So I immediately turned around to see those two people. they immediately like they just go like on a crosswalk like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my vision's disorienting, so I can't see them anymore. It's like bubbles or little dots, you know, the little white dots when you see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Am I getting abducted? So out of nowhere, I just blink and I scratch my eyes like that, and they're gone. Everything's back to normal. And I tell myself, do I want to pee still? or
Should I keep it in?
I already did.
we check out the whole entire room the next day. There's things missing.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit missing. There's stuff missing, like food-wise. We left the chicken outside and it's gone.
Someone
Like,
stole it.
no, for real. Like, there's like stuff missing. Or there's things like placed differently around the rooms. There's a picture of frame of us that was cracked. There was another picture of my sister on the floor. There was pictures of us like everywhere around the place.
So when was this? Like,
When I was like, shit, fuck, 10 years old. around
Shit.
there.
Oh,
But I remembered everything,
Like 8 years from
exactly.
now. Or
no.
you
So
took
this
one
was like my old first house.
Dog.
My alien
You're a
experience
donkey.
happened a couple years ago. Actually, first time we went, I think first time or second time we went camping. We go camping down at Kankakee, which is like a county under us,
Mm.
and it was by a farm. And we use this farm to, take a shower, fucking use the bathroom and shit. So I'm on my way to use the bathroom, and I look up, and it was a clear sky. It was stars, full of stars and shit. Corner of my eye, you know what I fucking see? Just a little green light, just like glow out of nowhere, and then just move the fuck out of the way.
In the what? Like in the trees or what?
No, like up in the sky.
Oh,
like
okay.
zoom, like it went far, like zoom. It went really fucking fast and really far, like. And I'm
A
like,
little
what
mayo.
the fuck was that? So
Little mayo.
I'll go back to the bathroom, and then I go back to the campsite, and my cousin was like, "Did you see that too?" I'm like, "What the fuck? I wasn't the only one."
Should we let him say?
No. I'm like, "What the fuck? What you see?" She like, "I saw a green light, and then that shit just disappeared." I'm like, "Bro, me too." And it was so fucking scary, dude. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
It was actually
Oh, dude, that scared the fuck out of me. He's in a phone
Why
call
not?
right now.
you should.
Yeah.
Okay. Was actually just a really fast
Imagine
light
it's
bulb.
like, where's the CIA in my house?
Shit.
Well, Enrique went to go do a phone call. Hey, you
I don't
guys
have
sound
I don't have alien experiences. Do you guys have any?
I don't have alien
What kind of experiences?
Alien experiences.
Alien. Just a ghost in my house.
You?
Not really, no.
Well, we can from here. I know what we can move on to after aliens. I wanted to bring it up earlier.
What? Blade?
Huh?
Bukaki?
What?
Big
Bamboozle?
Big Boozo.
What?
Bamboozle?
Oh,
You chungus?
yes.
No,
The
bro,
one
you
only
wanna-
alien
Which
that
one pick
exists.
You will see.
No, I won't know.
Just tell us now so we can get
It's
ready
gonna
for
be
it later.
cut off anyways.
Bigfoots.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
Fabian, you look in the mirror every day. Of course you know.
I'm gonna leave that.
You
in.
want to see
Are you
Bigfoot?
serious?
You want to see
Fucking
Bigfoot?
get it?
Are you? What?
You know I'm going for it.
You have something in your room that's big.
Fuck
Oh
up.
wait, I know what it is. The
Don't call my
chanclas.
chanclas.
I don't know. Bigfoot? Do you think it's a
Bigfoot doesn't matter anymore. People.
Bigfoot's real.
He's not
What
real.
the
Actually, I don't think he's real.
He's not real.
If he's real, he's a Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, you know,
I
I
want
want to talk about more like
to.
scary stuff.
Okay,
Like,
okay, okay.
I was thinking more
No,
kind
we
of
gotta
like
say that for October.
The ghost stuff.
that's more ghost.
Either way, things will come up.
Yeah, I want to talk about more like scary experiences, like real life things.
I have an idea for the
Like how-
Halloween special. Either the
We're not
Ouija
doing the
board
Ouija board.
or
At 3 a.m.
that one haunted hotel at downtown.
I'm fucking down for that.
We rent the room
You
and we
know
record the
Augustine the
podcast there.
I'm good. I'll miss that podcast.
I'll miss that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna be
went there.
sick at the time.
I have him on Snapchat. He went there.
Yeah, should it be part 5 or part 4.5?
We gotta continue.
4.5.
4.5.
Okay,
4.5.
continue.
Continue. Go.
Oh, I thought it was
Okay.
okay.
Shit. What are we talking about?
We don't have alien experiences.
Yeah.
There's more. There's one where I experienced it over there when we went to the camping trip. I just stayed quiet because I thought it was just my vision. People were watching us. I felt like there was some people like behind us. You know when you went with Ishmael to take a piss or something, they were in the fire.
Oh, that one.
So I opened the curtain. And I saw somebody over there.
There were people watching us. When I told someone that I don't remember who. When me and Ish went to go use the bathroom, I came back and I told someone that there's people in the bushes. I think it was a mono or something. He's like, it's probably just campers because I saw. I'm not sure. It was probably actual people, probably not aliens. But you know how we had the headlights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was someone like with the headlight because I saw it moving, but there's like no camping areas there because it's kind of like a trail to get to the other areas, and there was someone just in the middle, like just there. So I was like,
that's kind of like the scariest thing about camping, the fact that anybody can really just come in.
Yeah.
And
it's really opened, so people could just show up.
And I was about to say that like before we had to cut, that at one time.
No, wait for it.
No. This one time I was camping in Michigan. And I was outside, with the campfire. Everybody was pretty much like already asleep. This was like maybe 2 years ago. Everybody was pretty much asleep except for me. And like the campfire was like right next to a forest, so it was really thick forest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really hard to see through everything like during the night
because it's pitch black.
Yeah, it's scary. And there was this like one instance.
Did you hear that?
I heard something.
Yeah,
oh my god,
I heard it.
Okay, continue. We gotta continue.
Yeah.
There was this like
turn off the kitchen light for the spook fest. Turn off the kitchen light for the
hello
spook
ghost
fest.
No.
Hello,
Keep talking. We're very limited.
I know.
Yeah,
My bad. There was this one time where the leaves were just rustling over and over and over again, like non-stop. I know it could have been a raccoon. Like, that was my mindset at the time. But then, like, thinking again, of it.
It was Bigfoot.
Shut the fuck up, Bigfoot.
Thinking about it again, like, I went to take a piss, like, the morning after. There was, like, complete footsteps, and I didn't think anything of it. Like, there was, like, footsteps because it was muddy. And, oh, my God.
Look,
it's
I
just
know you guys don't want to talk about Bigfoot. I'm going to say this. Michigan is a high rate area for spotting Bigfoot.
What?
And if he saw footsteps in the woods
What
and
kind
leaves
of shoes?
rustling,
Okay,
God damn
I was gonna say,
it!
like,
shoes,
I
like,
was gonna say footsteps, like, is it shoe patterns
He
or?
wears shoes. There's
Like,
some
I-
he wears shoes.
And his name is Fabian.
Okay.
Fucking Bigfoot.
like, I had to go, like, really deep because I didn't want anybody to see.
Mhm.
And, oh, my God, like, at the time, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, oh, okay, somebody came in to piss. But thinking about it, no one really ever liked to piss outside. I was really the only one that was willing because I was too lazy.
Me and this guy went to go take a piss in the dark, and we looked each other's back.
It was so scary. It was so scary.
Yeah.
Because we were in the middle of nothing. It's everything black. So basically, the only thing is that beaming you is that fucking useless little.
Yeah, that
Bro,
fucking covers like 3 feet.
Imagine being a fucking caveman during those times. Nothing, no lights.
I'm
other
pretty
than
sure
the
their
moon.
vision was able to see.
Their
that
vision
shit
was more
dark.
different. We evolved, but the thing is, they were actually happy once the fire existed, 'cause
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it. There's some shit in the dark that you don't see until it comes at you. Straight up.
Like, you don't notice until it starts attacking.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, man.
speaking of cavemen, where do you think humans came from?
East
Ooh.
Africa.
Okay, thank you. I mean, the origin of humans.
East Africa.
Well, you see, it started off with bacteria in the water.
Okay. You think it's evolution?
Yeah,
Adam
it
and
is
Eve.
I would say
evolution.
evolution.
Adam and
'Cause
Eve.
we were hunched, and now we're like, we have a good ass
I mean,
posture.
somebody here still.
Okay.
Yeah,
But here's the
they
thing,
did
though.
evolve.
Why did we evolve like this, but not any other animal?
Because we are.
Here's the thing.
But like,
Animals were evolved at a time where they were huge too.
Like,
Everything
Yeah,
started with
kinda got wiped
bacteria.
How about that other one, Homo erectus or whatever it's called?
You know what's evolving though? Monkeys. Monkeys are
A
evolving.
monkey.
No, for real. Think about
Wait,
it.
were you talking about the
See,
Neanderthals?
I don't
A
even
different
remember.
species of human existed with us before, and they went extinct. They were considered dumb.
No, they were considered like basically like us.
No, from what I saw, Neanderthals against like we were Homo sapiens. I don't know what we were referred to. Neanderthals were like a different Homo species. And they were dumber than like our species of human. I think they were more like constantly fighting or something. I just thought of something else.
They intermingled with
and that's
we
why
intermingled with.
And that's why certain people came out the way they did.
Thank you for that.
Wait,
Honestly,
You're
no.
against
But like, what if you think they mixed or something like that?
They
what do you
did.
mean?
Huh?
Neanderthals and Homo sapiens mixed. At one
Exactly.
point. They did. Like it's been scientifically
They
like,
fucked.
proven.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they found DNA in people before that are compared to Homo sapiens or
So
Neanderthals.
exactly. So there's maybe there's still some people out there that are smart considered because maybe they don't have that gene still.
Do you
get
think
me?
there's other species of humans out there? Because there's two that came into my mind that when I was saying
And
that.
that's where the
You mean like
reptilian thing comes
this
in
planet?
too.
Well,
The
not
fucking reptile.
well, not the
shit.
reptilian.
No,
When I
but that's where it comes from too. You never know how the fuck we were all evolving. You know?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like how is it that only monkeys evolved, but not like other animals?
We're not monkeys.
We're
Apes,
Like
same
apes.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, but gorillas are evolving too. You can slowly see them kind of getting, like they're smart. and
Their
getting
first one
smarter.
was no.
Dude, no, that's scary. Because look, what if one day, you know how we're testing on animals?
Yeah.
What if one day they get a mindset of their own
Yeah.
and they fuck us over? Like the
Planet
Planet of the Apes.
brother.
What if
That
we
shit-
end up testing something on animals, causing them to be able to speak and be like us?
Planet of
Mhm.
the Apes.
I
Yeah,
just
that's
wanna
why
have that
they
on-
tested on monkeys.
Well, with what I was gonna say, with the multiple species of humans, the whole belief is that the two that came into mind were the giants in Afghanistan, and then the hobbits in it's some jungle in Brazil. So it was this documentary I saw. Oh wait, the third one just popped into my head. Mermaids,
No,
They're not
stop.
real.
Stop.
aqua. Okay. Anyway, so
I mean, we haven't explored half of the entire ocean.
Not even half.
5%.
we know more about
Exactly.
space
We
than our
know-
own oceans.
You know the reason why people thought of mermaids was because of like those
Mermaids, the body found.
No.
No, but there's pirate
the-
shit. There's folklore. But where do they come from with all this? Like,
Where did it
Kraken.
go?
Well, keep this in mind. The Kraken was a legend, and then we discovered the colossal squid.
It was seals.
But there's something I want to point out.
What?
Every myth stems from some form of truth.
that is true.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's the thing. Maybe the Kraken was the colossal squid, but as it evolved, it had to get smaller.
Yeah.
Or-
Either
so-
that-
And then when they got
Fuck you! You beat me to it.
Either that or the
something
Kraken.
got deeper.
Yeah, either that or the Kraken is
Oh, like,
either the
Because
Kraken
the
is still
giant
real.
squid, you can only find it in deep, dark
Yeah.
Here's the
ocean.
thing,
So that's
here's the thing.
where like big animals.
And even
probably
then, that's
hide
not
there.
that's the deepest we can go from judging if that's where it is. So there's got to be something even bigger that's like way
There's a
below.
movie. I don't know, you're breathing out. It was a movie. It was about the biggest shark,
Megalodon,
the megalodon. That movie,
the Meg.
Jaws.
the Meg.
The Meg.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
At one scene, it shows that there's we could go deeper. Except we think most of it is ground. But once they go through, it was on fucking like dust and shit. And they went deeper, and that's when they found the megalodon.
Well, yeah, because keep talking.
Like what happened? All the fucking myths and legends are actually
True.
deeper.
Yeah, 'cause it's true what Aaron said. It starts from something.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be an origin to it, because if the megalodon is
So these
megalodon is
sirens-
real, yes. Wait, you can hear it?
I can hear it.
Okay.
No, don't worry.
If the megalodon is real, the thing is, the chances of it surviving is low. I do think it can exist, but not as
Should
much.
be feasting a lot. On
Yeah,
oil and everything.
that's the thing. What's big enough that it can feast on? Because
Other.
the colossal squid, for example, it's a real animal. We've discovered it. There's got to be something bigger than it that can eat it. Because if there wasn't, if let's say it was the primary, like
The top of the food
Meal.
chain.
yeah, top of the food
What do you
chain, top of the food chain, the colossal squid, then we would see way more than we already have. So there's got to be something that's keeping that species at balance. So it's got to be something bigger
It's
than
just
it.
nature in general.
It's just nature in general.
Yeah.
It's like saying this. It's like
It's probably
the
more.
bigger
About,
the animal, the more food supply you have. But as soon as the food supply goes down, your species goes down.
Mhm.
Think of the dinosaurs.
That's what's keeping it at bay. You're
So
not gonna
maybe
see
like-
a lot more of it.
Maybe there is one giant animal down there, but But there's not that much. You get me?
Do you think the Earth? It's not the hollow Earth theory.
Hollow Earth theory?
Unless it is where there's actually like no surface at the bottom of the Earth. What I mean is, you can go from like here to like China if you just went through the ocean.
I doubt it, but why is there heat on
No,
there?
I'm just saying if it's possible.
There's lava, magma.
Well,
there is
that's
a-
a-
It could be a crust, and then from there you could go under.
But what's the hollow Earth theory exactly?
Hollow Earth theory is that the dinosaurs, like the dinosaurs, are still living.
Oh, they're
that there's
under
a-
us.
that
There's like
that
a
there's
hollow
a-
spot in the earth where they're at.
Well,
Yeah.
do you guys know about
Oh,
the
like
stories?
forest-
Which is like it explains it. Kong Skull Island.
Oh,
That's why all the fucking enemies at Kong Skull Island has sunken knife.
Oh,
It's due to the lack of sun and more to the light, and they're more used to the
so
ground.
like the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that pretty much.
Okay. Oh, that's a cool theory. Well, have you heard about the theory of I keep going
you
back
know
to
what
humans.
I feel like? Doomsday is actually one day gonna happen. Meteor's gonna hit.
Has anyone felt alive after 2012?
No, 'cause let's be honest. Cause there's like there's a thing going on online where they like showed a documentary of Antarctica. Up there, there's a facility where they have all the seeds planted of every tree. Like basically, they
I
all
think I
have
know
them
what
in
you're talking
boxes.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
I
know
flowers
what
and
you're
everything.
It's not.
I didn't know about
They're
that.
not planted. They have a collection of every type of seed plant that they have in case that it's pretty much a bunker.
Yeah.
Pretty much, if Armageddon happens and everybody dies, certain people are gonna be alive and they're gonna go back into the real world and
Exactly.
plant
They
everything
already
out.
they
Hmm.
already making the.
Well, yeah, for
garbage.
sure. Well, the government has like plans for. They have plans for fucking zombie attacks.
There was a European country.
CDC. They
Yeah.
have that shit. It's
Well,
it,
there's a European country about what?
There was a European country that was like infected by some type of bacteria. I don't
Ebola.
remember what it was.
Ebola.
I don't know. But scientists said that there was a chance that it was like it can make you zombie like.
Russia.
I think I've
even
heard
though
of
they're
that
not
before.
they're not European.
Well, they are.
Are they?
They're Euro-Asian.
I guess so, yeah. They had plans for it, but ever since they eradicated the bacteria or the virus, whatever
That's
it was,
fucking scary.
they were ready for that shit.
What if it just like
Yeah,
even put it-
they have plans like for like it's even out there. The plan like it's
CDC,
actually out
they
there.
have it there.
What's CDC?
Center of Disease Control.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Check their website. They do have something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Even though they say it's a
Scary.
joke, but they
No,
say
but that's
if it
because
ever does
the
exist.
that's the scary thing though. If they have a plan, that means they probably found something where like this can actually end up happening. If
or people like just started theorizing about it and they said, you know,
but the
let's do
thing
this.
is, like he said, every myth comes out with the truth, or something is hidden in there. So what, like a bacteria or something that turns people into like a fucking animal.
yeah,
or something.
for sure. If it's something, yeah, like it would probably kick off like primal instincts. Something
Like
like
rabies,
yeah.
basically.
yeah,
So basically, like World War Z. Pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah.
If there's ever gonna be zombies, it's not gonna be like The Walking Dead slow horde zombies. It's gonna be fast zombies.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna turn
they
you into a primal instinct, an animal.
yeah.
Oh, guess who messaged me?
Who?
Grim the Richest.
Oh,
Oh.
how's he know?
Cause yeah.
Oh, you told him?
No, I put it in the podcast.
Oh.
That's not.
Yo, where's the cops outside? That
I'm
man.
Grim the Richest. Follow him on SoundCloud. He's a really good artist.
Again.
We keep promoting him.
We're gonna keep doing it until he hits like a million.
Tell him we promoted him. Tell him.
So that's the thing, you know. Everything comes out with like something is hidden in the truth, you know.
The belief with dragons and where they originated from is the Komodo dragon. That's like the common
Yeah.
belief thing, where the Komodo dragon is the cause of the whole dragon myth. Who knows? It probably could have been like way bigger than they used
I
to.
thought
they
it was
are now.
because of like elephant skeletons, but no, I don't know.
I don't know
Or
anymore.
maybe it's because they had wings or something. Maybe they evolved at a time where
Yeah.
they had something like
Charizard.
like little Charizard or something like that, but not that big, you know.
Yeah.
No, that shit's scary.
The thing is confusing. You know what it is? The Great Bridge or whatever from China. You know how it's like
the wall of China.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
How is that
I
destroyed?
heard it was supposed to keep like monsters out
Mongols.
of China. Not
No,
Mongols.
yeah, no,
was
it
the
was
Mongols.
Mongols. It was like a military thing where they built
Okay.
it to prevent a like army push or something.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, it failed.
It
Like-
took too long to
It
build.
failed.
Yeah, the Mongols easily went around and still caught like all the Chinese people at the time.
Yeah, oh. They're like, you cannot get us now. Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, losers, and then they're going around around. They're like, "What you doing?"
But dude, that's scary. It was not back to the zombie apocalypse thing.
That's fucking scary. Here's the thing. If,
I mean,
like
there's some
if it
drugs
was
that
a-
turn you into a
like,
fucking animal.
if it was a rabies one, we'd be fucked.
Fuck.
Like fucked. We'd be fucked because we already know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, we already know what to do. The thing is, we haven't experienced it.
Until that happens.
Until
Because
shit happens.
the joke, there's a joke. I mean, it's obviously a joke where they say, "I played Black Ops Zombies." I know what
Yeah.
to do. Or
But
watch
that
Walking
shit's
Dead.
not- that shit-
Once you're in the scenario,
it sucks.
yeah.
It's gonna
Have you
suck
seen
ass.
Last of Us? That's
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to bring that up. I want to talk about
Yeah.
that.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on, quick
I
thing. I was
Last
gonna
of
say,
Us?
if a zombie outbreak happens,
It's
those
like a
that survive-
virus.
It's
It's
a
fungus,
parasite.
a fungi. It was a fungi.
It's a fungi / parasite where it's just controlling your mind. That's what
I'm
Last
saying.
of Us
If
is
it happened,
about.
it would
Yeah,
be a
and they
parasite.
evolve. The fungus evolves after a while. Throughout
That's
the
why-
years that passes, they become like super mutants or something like
That's
that.
why there's
So,
like
like-
bosses.
Yeah.
At first, it's like it's a parasite controlling your mind. Then it moves where like your head splits and you can't even hear.
Yeah.
Was it here?
No,
No,
it was seen.
they can't see. They can't see.
But
So the way
hear.
they hear is like they make clicking noises. That's how they hear
Like
people.
bats, you know how they
Yeah,
make
yeah,
that
yeah.
noise?
Echolocation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after a while, if you drop or go like that, they'll come to you.
They have good hearing, but they had terrible eyesight, so you have to move slowly. And then after that, it's I forgot what they were called, but I think they were bloaters. Those bloaters.
They just
but
throw. They
they're
throw
just-
toxic shit
They throw
at you.
they have the parasite growing on them, so they just throw it at
Ugh.
you. And the thing is, the parasite and the fungi itself, it turned into armor to protect them.
But you know what's crazy? It shows there's a timeline in the beginning on how everything's
How it
going
all
down.
started,
Yeah, and how
then
the
it-
governments
and then it
are
has a-
collapsing
Yeah.
one by one. All of them are saying that the disease is going on something, and then the president he just says that everyone's going anarchy.
Yeah.
Everybody's basically going against each other.
Damn, I gotta play the game. I have
Dude,
it too.
you have it.
I
You
have
have
it
it.
too.
The
And then it
story-
has a time jump 20 years
No,
later.
but the beginning.
Spoiler.
Dude, this is the
It's from the
beginning.
beginning.
The
That's from the beginning.
Is in a city.
I know. I
Yeah.
played the beginning with you.
So you see
The beginning is fucking crazy, where it's like
Yeah.
everything is falling apart and
everybody's
just like
Yeah.
running
going
through.
chaotic, and
No
then
one-
they're saying no,
Go.
but there's Easter eggs. Like it says that supposedly there was already people were trying to treat it. See, that's
Well, yeah,
the thing.
that's the thing about World War Z. That's a realistic take on how it would be. Well, the book is. The movie, people say it's bad, but from whatever the book,
I read
actually
the book.
it slowly, from what I've heard, the apocalypse slowly happens over time.
It does.
It just doesn't happen out of nowhere. Where they find the problem, they try curing it, and it just gets out of hands.
People are saying there's more people getting
That's
sick,
what happens
and
in
then
the book.
Yeah,
they're trying
that's
to
what I was
contain
saying.
it. And you can tell in the video game it's talking about containment or something is going on, right?
Okay,
and
in
then
The Last
that's when
of
it
Us-
blows up the hospital. That's when everything gets out of hand.
That's how
because
it
they
all
were trying to
starts.
contain it.
And then later on in the game, when you play it, they start saying how containment points or safe spots
Yeah,
are
but
being
the government's
overrun.
controlling you though. This is the thing. That's what's going
What,
on.
what are we talking about here?
Last of Us.
Last of Us?
This is the thing. This is where the government part happens with fear, where you guys were talking about that. See, the government noticed everybody was in panic, you know, but they also took this as an advantage. You get me? Because they were getting out of hand. They know there's newspapers. If you actually
seen
analyze
newspapers.
it, people were actually trying to make a movement, a change.
Mm-hmm.
Called the
you
Fireflies.
said- No,
the
but no.
Fireflies?
This was
Back up?
way
Okay.
before that. Way before that. There was actual world problems where people wanted to get involved, but they noticed that shit was happening. So they said that supposedly they did find the cure, which was Ellie. You know,
Ellie's
they
the
said
cure.
there was other people like her, but they tried neutralizing it so they can get control back. You
Mhm.
get me? The government was losing their way, so this hospital shit happened. Supposedly it attracted all these monsters or fungi, and it started killing people off. You know,
Mhm.
because the world was also evolving. It was growing too much. But after a while, you notice the government, when you're at that scene where you're holding the child, your daughter, basically.
I've seen this.
Yeah, the guy's he's a kid. He has a child, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the government plays a part. They're like, shoot him, because you know what? Fuck it. We don't want this situation to get more out of hand.
Well, she was infected, but they didn't know she was immune.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
They shot her.
They were shooting at her.
Just
So-
play the game.
I know. I have.
Oh,
it.
you're
Wait.
talking about his daughter from
Yeah,
the
I'm
beginning.
talking
Oh,
the-
yeah,
yeah,
they said it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the scene.
They
Yeah.
started shooting her.
Okay.
So
Where he's like, but he has a child, sir.
Yeah, that fucking that's heartbreaking. You can tell right away. You're like,
That's
wow.
how the world is gonna work, to be honest.
Yeah,
No,
you gotta keep the wealthy
they
elite.
keep
It's
sanctions.
kill or be killed.
Yeah.
But then after a while, they put people on boxes in control. Now you have IDs going on,
Honestly,
and now there's a movement, like he said.
There's a Firefly.
There's still somebody out there trying to make a change, but the government's trying to kill them, neutralize them, instead of working together and to evolve and get rid of the real actual problem,
Do you think?
which is the virus. But nobody focused on the virus. They focused on the people and getting them in control.
The Fireflies were focusing on trying to find a cure, and the government was focusing on trying to protect the people and contain them. And when if they see a Firefly, they would immediately kill one.
They didn't focus on the cure. The
They
government
didn't try
did not
working with
This
focus
is
on the
really
cure.
realistic.
Oh.
That's what the thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm telling you, they didn't give a fuck if the virus went out on the people. They just wanted again to regain that control. That
They want power.
again.
Yeah, I was
That
about
power
yeah.
again.
Damn, dude.
So look,
You need to play the game.
This sounds good.
the more that
Play
it
it,
sucks is that
honestly.
you at
played
the end have a
Stop!
choice.
Shut up! Don't
Yeah.
talk about the end.
That's
We
the
can't see the
thing.
end. We can't see the end.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
play.
no,
He's
no,
gonna,
no.
he's gonna play later on.
I actually do know what happens. I do know because he's talked about it so many times. I know what happens
I
at
love
the
the
end.
games. It's my favorite game
The
of all time.
choice was made. Either you fucking cured it. Yeah, you already ever seen
Yeah.
the ending. It's like a fucking. It's like the cure's right there for everything.
But it'll
the
kill
solution.
her.
Mm.
But you know what? That's a sacrifice you have to make sometimes.
Right.
I
The
hope
only
in
rea-
Last of Us 2 she does die or something, like she
She-
does give up.
She's told that she can be the cure, and then she takes it.
Did she not know?
No,
She
she
didn't
doesn't
know.
know. She doesn't know. To
Oh.
this
She-
point,
she
she
was in a
still
coma.
does not
Oh,
know.
okay.
She does not know still. What he said is that there's more, but there's none.
There
anymore.
wasn't. She was the only one.
Dude, if a zombie apocalypse ever happens, I'd be fucking scared if it's the fast ones. Like they can run and shit.
Like the Left 4 Dead one.
I'd be afraid if they're like the clickers, dude.
Oh my
Clickers,
God.
I'm
Dude,
fucking
You're
scared.
fucking chilling and then
Oh
I'm not fucking.
Like the,
Because they start like that. No, they start like you. They start running fast. They start spreading like a fucking bug. They start spreading around.
And
But
then
after a few years, they start getting fungus and they start going
and it starts
slow.
growing more and more.
So
They
like,
start going
like I said,
slow.
it
Yeah.
evolved over time to
Yeah.
like be
Yeah.
able to. Damn, dude.
Because in the beginning, it takes a 20-year time jump. So that's how it goes from the beginning to the ones that
And
are
you
in
see
and
how
out, the
people
bloaters.
react to this. People become independent, or they start making their own groups.
Mm-hmm.
People in
there's
the
groups where
bases-
there's like either fucking killer savages that they
Hunters.
see a girl and they'll fuck her and they'll just keep her as a fucking
Yeah.
sex slave and just keep making more kids and more groups, you know, and just keeping that group together. They'll steal food, they'll kill to survive. Those are just fucking people that are just yeah.
That group is the hunters, and you
Yeah.
actually encounter them in the game too.
a lot. And then there's the fireflies where they actually have an objective, but at the same time it comes with a price, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make a big change, but at the end they always get fucked over, and they're seen as the enemies, but in the truth they're actual heroes. But you know what? Some of them are actually corrupted, but they're still doing the right thing, even though sacrifices sometimes must be made.
Look, I don't play the games, but isn't she part of the Fireflies now?
Who?
From what I've heard, Ellie.
No,
Ellie?
she's
From what
trying
I've
to
heard,
eradicate them. She's trying to eradicate them, get rid of them. But honestly,
Joel,
Yes,
he
yeah.
probably is dead.
no, he's gonna tell her eventually, cause he's old. He's still old, which is gonna be heartbreaking, cause he could have cured so many people.
I feel like the part he says that is when he's close to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, there's 3 people, and then in the middle there's the government, like always, trying to just contain
Control
the
them.
people.
And
But
then
I think in the game they start like disappearing, cause now
The government-
fucking barriers are breaking and everything.
yeah, the government has slowly been disappearing because like the containment places or vaccination places, they say that a lot of them get like overrun, so they had to relocate the people. And another thing about the fireflies is over time you start hearing that the fireflies are slowly dying too. So there's like less and less people.
So,
in it.
dude, it's like realistic as fuck now.
So
Yeah.
and then the bad guys are kind of like still growing though.
Yeah.
You see that they're being realistic, cause that's our instinct, surviving.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys are just surviving.
And
but
that
at the
leads to
same
They're,
time,
they're
they're,
not.
they're fucking up women
Yeah.
and sometimes children, or even their own selves, just so they can survive. At the end of the day, it's just survival.
instinct. Yeah. It's like I don't want to worry about other people I only want to worry about me.
Yeah.
Or you make
Or
a
at least
group,
your family.
or you
At
make,
least my family,
or you
yeah.
make a group, and then you're like, we worry about each other. But that's the thing. It's all about survival. You guys are all trying to survive.
That's the one thing. I mean, like I said, I used to watch The Walking Dead. What I like about that show is that, like, you follow Rick. Obviously, you see how his personality changes over time because of what's going on around him. He started off as naive. Do any of you watch it?
Yeah, he goes off as caring and
People are saying that he slowly turned into Shane. How Shane always said, "You're wrong. You gotta kill people. You gotta care for yourself."
God,
and then as time went on, he slowly turned into him.
that's character development in like the best way.
And it's true. If something like that happens, the survivors would be broken mentally. They would not be the same how they were afterwards.
The nicest people will not be
change.
nice.
Yeah, no. The nicest people won't even survive. Like, if you make it past, it's like the saying: you either die here or live long enough to see yourself turn into a villain or something.
So, you know, to the point of this, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The other part about The Last of Us 2 is that
We're gonna leave Fabian behind first. Like, hey, Fabian, I'm sorry.
No, like for real. Like eventually you become the villain or something happens. Cause okay, let's be honest. We're guys. We're all guys. We all have a fucking primal instinct sometimes to be tough on one another. And in survival, what if there's a cool girl or something like that? You get me?
Square
And
up,
there's
bro.
all of us. There's all of us. You gotta be for real, realistic. You haven't met a girl.
There's an
You gotta fucking
animation.
turn
There's
into
an
a man.
animated scene. Hey,
Hey,
there's an
sister.
animated scene, or there's an animation where I'm going to assume. I think I know what you were gonna say. The whole setting is every woman disappeared. All the females disappeared, and it's just the guys. And the guy slowly went insane. But there's this one girl. She's a little girl. She's friends with this other boy, but he's like innocent. And you see like guys like walking around in cities, and they find like female like mannequins, and they like have sex with the mannequin. And at some point, the little girl she gets her period. That's what happens. She gets her period, and every male smells it or something, and they go running to her
so
direction.
So fucked.
And is that what we're gonna get to?
Yeah.
That as fucked up as it sounds, our instincts would kick in of we have to repopulate, and if we find a girl, it's just gonna cause you like crazy things to happen.
It doesn't even matter about emotion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old she is or anything.
Yeah.
They just like say, yeah, we got it. Also, sorry if you hear music in the background, guys.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Okay.
But
my
dude,
bad.
let's be honest. That shit's fucking you up, and also it fucks you up if you're hungry too, because then you're gonna turn on one
You go
another.
cannibalistic.
Yeah, you go cannibalistic. You go.
Here's the thing, we're pretty much fucked up.
No, that's
Humans
the
are
thing.
fucked up.
You gotta,
You look-
you gotta
you're looking
acknowledge
pretty
it. And
tasty.
then what? At the end of the day, the
but
government
you
doesn't
don't
do
skin
shit
the
but to contain it. Just to put it on a little box, and that's it.
To
Well,
have
the
power
government, if
over
let's say a
people.
zombie apocalypse happened, the government definitely would have a cure for it. But the
They'll
thing,
find one.
Like I
yeah,
said,
but that's the
the
thing. They
game.
would not release it because, well, like you guys are saying, they would want to control people.
It all goes back to fear.
Yeah, it all goes back to fear. They're like, oh, we can use this. We'll hold it off for a bit, and once we see like, oh, there's
But
not
you
as
know-
many people,
But
we'll
what's
release
that's
the
the
cure.
thing? You try to hold it. They're
Yeah,
gonna acknowledge that
Years.
it's coming out. Yeah, it's like going
Yeah.
out of hand.
What's
And
up,
once
sir?
they try to control it,
940.
Like
It's
once
not
it gets to
gonna
the
work
point
out.
where there's like a little bit of people,
oh, like that
and that's when
movie.
they.
Oh
The
yeah.
I've never
government
seen-
does
Haven't
have
seen
power. Have you guys seen the
haven't
Netflix
seen
series?
it.
You
Haven't
guys
seen
should
it.
see the Netflix series. It happens slowly, but
it's fucking
honestly,
great.
in the movie, the guy kills his kids and family at the end. But once he kills all of them and he has no bullets for himself, the government shows up, burning all the insects, being badass, trying to, well, basically destroy the monsters, you know?
Yeah.
And
so he fucking killed
he
his family
fucking
for
killed
no.
his
Wait,
parents
that
for no
sounds
reason.
familiar. I think I've seen it before.
I've
Where
heard
he
before.
kills someone and then he's like, well, like it's just me now. And right when he's gonna, does he like close his eyes or something? And
Yeah.
then he opens it and there's like a red flash and it's like fire or something.
Yeah. He basically killed his whole entire family for no reason, and he goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, dude, like you said, the government doesn't do anything until they're like, you know what?
Last second.
Yeah, last second.
Well,
And they seem heroic, and that's why people
Yeah.
follow
yeah,
them all
that's
over
why they
again.
follow them again.
that's
Exactly.
the
And they were the cause of the problem.
Right.
In the Netflix series, you can actually see that it happens because of them. It
well,
gets out of hand
back to the
fast.
whole instincts thing and the cannibal thing. There's actual like events where like things like
Where
that
it
have happened.
happens?
Yeah. There
There's
was
an
this like
island, too.
submarine or a boat where like a crew of men and the boat disappeared, and then like I don't know, weeks or months or years later they find the boat and they only find one guy, and they find the skeletons of everyone else, and he's like breaking down the moment he sees them. He says that he found all his friends, that he ate all his friends, and it came
the
down.
football team or rugby team in the iceberg or something. Yeah,
Wait,
you
what?
remember.
So here's what happened. So there was a plane crash on, I think it was a soccer team or a rugby team, but there was a plane crash on the mountains, and it was so cold, and that and they were running low on food, so they instantly turned on each other, and like they started eating their fellow teammates and shit until somebody found them, dude, and that shit was so
That
fucking
sucked.
lit.
I hear it.
Yeah, well, right now
Cut it off.
actually,
We gotta cut it off. It's 9:42.
Yeah, it's
So,
really late already.
Caesar has to go now because
Yeah.
it's
Reasons.
reasons,
This got
It's late.
interesting.
and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
got interesting, but it sucks that we have to cut it off
We
here.
might. This is all we like. Conspiracy theories is a huge subject to talk about.
We might the next podcast, if we can make it an all-nighter.
That's an F.
I doubt.
We can make
Yeah,
this
that's
about conspiracy theories.
I know someone we can invite who's into conspiracy theories.
Who?
Oh, Many on the beat.
Grim the Richest.
Yeah, he's really into. Oh fuck! I forgot.
We can call him. No.
So the next
Discord.
podcast is gonna be about it's all gonna be about conspiracy theories.
Francisco.
Dude, he's
Remember? No, he always
Oh,
talked
censor
about
out that.
Censor out.
Yeah, don't
Censor
worry.
out.
Okay.
We're probably gonna have a special guest with us, but we have to cut it off here because Cesar has to go.
Right.
And
Cut off the full name, by the way.
I'm
Okay.
sad that we all said that we can't continue. But this is Ricardo, and thank you guys for listening. And this is the MPD signing out.
See you next time, buddy.
Bye bye.
Shout out to Cisco.